We are back this week for Pops and Pennies, which is one of our favorite things. I have my A&W root beer right here. Nick, what you got?
I got A&W root beer.
Fantastic.
Very, very excited about that.
So we had a viewer say, I'd really like to know what to tell my son to do with his giving jar, because we have the 3 jars. We talked about the 3 jars.
Yeah, so one for savings, one for investing, and one for giving. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
We need to live and give to people.
So specifically, what can we do with that giving jar? So I know myself, there's lots of charities near and dear to my heart, and there's so many ways to give to them. So, I go shop at PetSmart for cat food.
Yep.
And they got the little thing right there. You can just throw some money in for the cats.
Sure.
Salvation Army during Christmas time, they're ringing the bell. You just throw a little money in there.
Yep.
So what do you like to do, Nick?
I'm more of like an instant give kind of guy, right?
So,
yep. It's so hard for me to pick a charity in general, because when you look into charities so much, you realize they don't give as much as what you would intend. So,
right.
Things I like to do is, when I'm in the grocery store, I got those like 50-cent lollipops or whatever,
yeah.
Or even just the candy, right? And like
yep.
a little kid would be in line, like I'll look at a kid and be like, hey, is it okay if it's okay with your parents? I'll get you a candy, right? Because when it puts it on the parents to say no, and
yeah,
right. So let's do that. When I'm out to eat,
mm-hmm.
I'll pick a random couple or something like that and just say, hey, let me buy their meal. I did it
yep.
to you
yep.
through a drive-through one time. So I like to give kind of in that way. Other things, right? So like one thing for the kids, guys, that if you're watching, it's find what you like, right? I mean, you're in school, right?
mm-hmm.
So you have kids in your class, and there's no reason that you can't just randomly someday save up enough money to buy the whole class a treat, right? There's ways that you can give and impact a bunch of people for small amounts of money. I mean, right? It doesn't have to be your birthday, but hey, the teacher will let you bring in, a bunch of suckers or something, like just enough to.
Like Dum-Dums are cheap.
Yeah.
And you get like a bag of 100 Dum-Dums for like $5 or something.
People get 2 of them.
Yeah.
So you can do that like with your school. I like to have everybody be specific on what they want. So like if you want, like, buy all the stuff for a lemonade stand, right? Learn how to do the business side, but give away every cup of lemonade, right? Just, hey, I want to impact people driving by. Here, give lemonade. We're coming into the warm season. It's easier around the holidays, right? Because there's always like the giving tree. There's so many things. But right now we're at this time where, hey, let's just try to figure out how to bring joy to people, because everybody's been cooped up with this COVID. So if your parents are the one that have gotten you to this point and you've earned it, right? Buy them dinner, right? Like,
right.
I mean, say, even if it's McDonald's, like just say, hey, this is your budget, right? If you want something, go buy them ice cream. I mean, we're getting into that season where we're outside,
well, and giving doesn't necessarily have to be a charity either.
Yeah.
It's giving. It's, the act of actually doing something for somebody else.
Yep. Let's say, and, when you're impacting other people, right? It seems to be contagious, right?
Mm-hmm.
We hear about this all the time with Starbucks. The first person paid it forward, and then like it lasted like 450 people or something for 3 days. It was crazy. So, if once you impact one, hopefully it makes the next person do that.
Yep.
So, I think there's plenty of ways to figure out where it can go. My daughter, she donates all of her like old toys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like when we have a jar that's specific money that's meant for giving, like I know a lot of times, right, when you guys were trooping, we would just go to the store and pick up a bunch of like just toys. Yeah, they're clearance section, but who cares? I mean, right here it is. Like,
well, and we take them and give them to kids at DeVos Children's Hospital, because a lot of those kids, they're in there for a long time.
Yep.
And this just gives them something. And not only would we give it to the kid that was a patient, but if their siblings were there, they'd get something too, because it's a sucky place to be in the first place.
Sure. Yeah, and right, so every spot you go, there's an opportunity to give, I think, right? So you just have to learn to impact what's around you, right? So if you're in the hospital, like you have a nurse that comes in, I do it all the time, right? Because my wife's in the hospital. Like I will buy the nurse or whoever's behind me, doctor. doctors make way more money, but I'm like, look, let me buy their food, right? Like, you guys are working your butt off. Let me, this is the least I could do for you. My grandfather was in a nursing home for a little bit, and they took great care of him, right? So I came back with 2 gallons of apple cider, 2 bags of apples, right? And was like, here you go, guys. Like, just it doesn't have to be a money give, right? It can be a gift give. And I like to give gifts more than I like to just write a check for something.
It means a lot to people that are working.
Oh yeah. I mean, and as we said, like when you can buy it in bulk, right? Like I got a bag of Dum Dum Suckers. So let's say you've saved up $5 whole. You've worked a long time to get this $5. I mean, I don't know what your allowance is, but we're cutting 50%, 250 is going over to here, I mean, we're hoping $2 kind of goes here, 50 cents. So by the time that the thing gets to $5, we're a few weeks, months into this. And now you just walk around, I mean, giving out candy, but like carry the bag with you and just tell somebody to take some candy, I mean, one thing I like to see is it creates interaction with other people. And you'll see the smiles on people's faces, and that's a huge thing.
So I think that's a lot of great advice we're giving. We try to keep these pretty short because, we're going to lose the kids' attention. But kids, if you have questions, please reach out to us. Have mom and dad reach out to us. And
if you're thinking of a thing that you're like, hey, I don't know if this counts as giving, give us the question. Like, we'll walk you through it. I mean, there's no wrong answer. There's no right answer for this stuff, right? I mean, as long as you're doing it with wholehearted intention, I think it's a great thing. So, guys, again, thanks for joining us, Pops and Pennies. It's been a great episode. We'll talk to you guys real soon.